I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
I just gotta add one thing that I totally forgot to add here. Give me 1 sec. Don't know how I forgot this. There we go. Can everybody hear me all right? Cop Rock, thank you for the 100 bits there. Thanks for making sure that my alert box is working. Actually, that's what I forgot to add. Alright, guys. I think the title is pretty clear. A lot of people already knew because I did post this announcement up in Discord a week ago. But, yeah. We'll see if I can get through this stream without tearing up. We'll see. Unfortunately, Quiet Night cannot be used right now. But yeah, this stream is not gonna be a very fun one. Let's just say that. I've written some notes down. I was gonna write exactly what I wanted to say, but I don't think it's something you can just read off of a script. You just kind of gotta go with it. Fucking pillow chair. Stop reminding me about pillow chair. But yes, thank you all for joining me. We're gonna go over a few topics in regards to why I quit San Andreas Finest. And I'm just gonna go down my list here at the end. Or, you know what? You can ask questions along the way. I just won't be able to see all of them. But at the end, we will have a time where you can ask any questions about any topic that I haven't kind of covered. But for now, I ask that you just listen because I may answer your question prematurely. So for those who don't know, I see some new people in chat. Probably a lurker, but I am Yeka221. I've been a part of the community of San Andreas Finest for a total of, I believe, 5 years. I think 2017 was when... No, 2018 was when I joined. So I was a part of this community for at least 5+ years. I don't know the exact date, unfortunately. But it's been a very long time, let's just say that. Can someone please mute Fortnite?
Danger zone.
I don't need to know that you're a furry. Thank you for the follow as well. But this stream today is going to go over a lot of reasons as to why I quit San Andreas Finest. I just want to put a disclaimer ahead of time. I'm going to be transparent. However, I don't want people using my video as a reason as to think that San Andreas Finest, you know, oh, maybe I shouldn't join it. Because, in my opinion, everyone's experiences within a community is always going to be different. Plus, you know, well, let's just go down with it. So just to go over first how I found San Andreas Finest. I've answered this question quite a few times, but figured I'd let you know. I remember wanting to get into GTA roleplay. I had already actually started streaming. My first game that I streamed, I believe, was The Isle. And then I also streamed a little bit of a game called Grand Royale, for anyone who might know that. It was a game that was very good, and then they botched. I didn't start streaming SAF until about, I think, 3 months into my time in SAF. Originally, I did apply to NoPixel. They denied me for my application being too long. I don't remember 100% what it was, but it was something in regards to that. And then somehow I found SAF. I don't remember if it was from a video, but I'm pretty sure it was from a list of GTA communities. And San Andreas Finest was on there, so I decided to give it a go. And I got in. And my very first character I ever made for GTA roleplay was Katarina Campbell, a character after me. Absolutely stupid of me to do this, but again, I was very new, and I wanted to play something that I guess was reasonable and wouldn't be too hard. Plus, I just wasn't as creative then. And the very first day when I got in, the number one thing I did was fishing. I went to the docks over at the lighthouse and fished on the docks. And I remember how the Civ COC was so excited to see a person come in and actually just do something more passive based. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what they were happy about, but they were happy to see a civilian walking around and actually doing things in the world. Hi, thief! But yeah, fishing was my first GTA roleplay scenario that I did, or I guess scene that I did. No one joined me during that. I think I just went fishing and then went off to do something else. I think it was maybe the second or third month of being in SAF is when Forder took over the civilian department. if anyone remembers Hoarder. And he asked if I wanted to be part of the civilian COC. And I said, sure, why not? And that was my first start in terms of getting leadership within the community. I believe by this time is when I finally started streaming GTA. One Ocean 10, he encouraged me to try streaming GTA 5, and my first ever GTA 5 stream was, I believe, Kaya in working in the bar, I think it was. I don't actually remember. I think it was either Campbell or Kaya. Pretty sure it was Kaya. And then I continued to stream, and here we are today. Almost at what, 21k? 20,500. Elisa, that's it. It was Elisa. Thank you. Nene, you remember more than I do. But yeah, that's where my GTA streaming career started. And as you can see, we're here now at 20,000 plus. Took about 5 years, but here we are. There's quite a lot of characters I made throughout SAF. Katarina Campbell obviously became my fire department character. Elisa, someone I didn't even remember I had. She was just a civilian. We had Kaya, my mute character. I believe she was actually deaf, not mute. And you got to see Sophia. You got to see Bonnie Jenkins. You got to see a couple characters throughout my time here. But obviously my main thing that I enjoyed the most was the fire department. I still remember solo riding in those ambulances on those nights. Do you want a library card? Yeah. 10-9 copy, yeah. And Tegan, that's another character. I'm pretty sure I made a few one-shots as well. But yeah, I was in the Civ COC for quite a while, became a CM. And the Civ director eventually quit that so I could focus more on fire department, went up in the fire department. And you guys got to see kind of my journey from just a firefighter all the way to a deputy chief. And yeah, it was fun. Fun times in SAF. In terms of reasonings, I'll go over the first primary reason as to why I had to step away from SAF. And for those who don't know, SAF is a very close-knit community. There's usually never more than 250 members at a time. It's not 24/7. But as you know, patrol times start at 6 p.m. Eastern. For a West Coaster, that is a 3 p.m. start for me. So anyone who works day to day from an 8 to 5 can understand that a 3 p.m. start does not work very well. But eventually, my life has changed where, I have my real life job. I've got other commitments. I wanted to use my time. And it just became more difficult at the end to put time into SAF, especially with a 3 p.m. start. It meant that I had to basically take the middle of the best part of the day for this community. And after 5 years and changes of scheduling, it just became too much for me. Eventually, I probably would have been just kicked out for attendance issues. Now, for those who are looking to join SAF, there are attendance requirements. I don't exactly know what they are now, because they change from department to department, but that is something you should think about when going in. Now, my personal belief when it comes to attendance, and this has changed throughout my time, is that the fire department and the police departments, dispatch department, it makes sense if you have attendance requirements, because you're playing kind of a role, like a service role to some extent. For civilians, I don't believe there should be attendance required. That's just my opinion. But SAF has that, and that's just something I can't keep up with. So that is the primary reason as to me leaving SAF. I just cannot do not want to commit a lot of time in trying to stick this community into a part of my day that's quite literally one of my most active days of having to go out and obviously work, do errands, etc. The second reason going into I'm surprised they haven't swapped to 24/7 server. Wait, SAF does not have enough members for 24/7. Again, it's a close-knit community. It doesn't have, 5,000 people like NoPixel. When you have 250 people, we got a lot of East Coasters, we got a lot of middle, I guess, what is it? Midwestern people, etc. We have some West Coasters like me, and then you have a lot of EU folks. It wouldn't work out. 24/7 does not work out. That's just how it is. Now, the second, I wouldn't say primary reason, but a secondary reason why I left SAF is because the roleplay just did not fit what I wanted anymore. For those who do not know, SAF is kind of a mix of spontaneous RP and scenario roleplay. And I'm going to say this right now, scenario roleplay really isn't a bad thing. It's just roleplay. It's just roleplay that I started to not want anymore. Rocket, thank you very much for the resubscription there at 6 months as well. Enjoy your little helmet. And thank you for the hydrate. I actually have green tea. But yeah, the type of roleplay I wasn't really too fond of after kind of experiencing a little bit of a different community, which is my wild RP community, as well as the more spontaneous RP you see in NoPixel. Now, I know some people are confused why I joined NoPixel. I haven't actually played it since the last stream you saw of it. And that's ultimately kind of a third reason as to why I quit SAF, is that GTA roleplay in general is something that I've just been burnt out of. So, yeah, that's what it is. Scenario roleplay can be very good. It can bring out a lot of creativity. That's a way to really bring out creativity from someone, actually. It's just not what I want anymore. That's simply it. I am still NoPixel, however, I haven't I haven't been on it in months. I just can't be bothered to wait the long wait list. That's just how it is. But yeah, I pretty much burned out of GTA roleplay as a whole. What is scenario RP? I may be in wild, but I'm still new to this whole RP thing. Tilted. Sure, I can answer that. Scenario-based roleplay is where somebody creates a scene, pre-creates a scene, and then kind of just spontaneously goes through that scene. But it's like a pre-created scene. Like, the intent is to make this scene for this specific person. Whereas, in places like NoPixel, you just have 100 people running around doing their own thing, and you just go with what you're given there. Now, I wouldn't consider it scripted roleplay, because it is not. It's just, I want to do a car crash today. Let's do this. But yeah, GTA roleplay, I'm just burnt out of, guys. I enjoy the immersion and the slow-paced roleplay I've been getting in my wild RP server, which is Red Dead. When you go back to GTA, everything just happens so fast. You're constantly moving, constantly figuring out what you're gonna do. There have been obviously some slow times as well, because it's not, continuous movement RP, but I just can't do GTA right now. So yeah, that's the third reason why I've left SAF, is because I just can't get the motivation to do GTA roleplay right now. Maybe in the future, once I take a nice long break, maybe I'll be back in SAF, maybe I'll be back to another community, who knows. But yeah, those are the three primary reasons. Just can't keep up with attendance with being an adult on the West Coast. If I was on the East Coast, it'd be easier. The roleplay is just not something I want anymore, and then I'm just burned out of GTA roleplay. So my intent for my break that you guys saw that started in November was to see whether a break would be enough to bring me kind of back with my motivation to roleplay. And it actually did the opposite. It made me realize that I just didn't want to go back to this right now. And that actually does make me sad because I know most of you here are for SAF. So I'm sorry for not being able to give you more of that. I will tell you though, there are a lot of SAF streamers. Callum, if you could actually get a list of maybe current SAF streamers who are streaming, it is 4 p.m. There are several SAF streamers who are great role players. You've got One Ocean 10, the Big Boss. You got a lot of people to watch. Oh, Cronus, thank you for the resubscription. I miss you too. And thank you, Country Girl, for your comment there. So, I want to go over a few, for those who are looking to join SAF, I do want to go over a lot of the positives. I've kind of explained a little bit of some of them, and that first positive really is a close-knit group. Just because there's 250 members doesn't mean there's a lack of roleplay. Patrol is always popping. There's always a lot of people on. But more importantly, the one thing I've noticed between like No Pixel or even a little bit of Wild is the bigger communities, you only have little groups of friends, you know, that you are play with or you get to know. In SAF, I was able to get to know pretty much everybody, like on a slightly more personal level. Like you knew who you were talking to in game. And then you would be able to hang out with them on an OC level and actually not forget their names, basically. Like, the closeness basically allowed you to get to know the entire community versus just a small portion of a friend group. So if you're looking for something where you just want to get away from your real life stresses, SAF is a great community for that. There's a lot of kind people there. There's a lot of people who are willing to help you. Oh my god. Get this guy out of my chat! Thank you, Dutchman. I don't need help. So yeah, that's where it is. Like I said, maybe I'll be back in SAF later, at a later date. Maybe I won't. I can't really tell you. I do know that me not being in SAF is going to mean they'll... Oh. Thank you for the gifted sub there, Tilted. I do know that a lot of people here are for SAF, and I will not resent anybody. I will not feel bad about anyone kind of going to a different streamer to watch what they want. I know a lot of people here are for SAF. A lot of people here are for me, which I very much appreciate. And I know that this change is going to possibly cause a few people to leave, not want to watch me, which is totally okay. The main things I'm streaming right now is Wild RP, and I do want to start adding in more and more mixed co-op games. So games that I can play with friends, games that I can play hopefully with some old SAF members. That's what I want to do. Thank you very much, Calm. I wanna do more community-based, games, as in like, hey, come join me. Wild RP featuring Bolton beating up locals. Shut up! You don't need to see that. But yeah, I've been a part of the community for 5 years, guys. At some point, everybody leaves. There's a lot of old SAF members who have left. that you've loved, and now simply my time has come. Who knows? Maybe Ocean might leave one day. I will tell you now, though, if people think that SAF is gonna die because I'm not there, that is wrong. If people think that SAF is gonna die if Ocean leaves, that is wrong. SAF is going to continue on because of its uniqueness. SAF is one of the few communities that does not have an economy server. It's more of like you create a story with this character, and you don't have to be on a leash with mechanics. So if that's the type of roleplay you want, then by all means go there, because that's what it offers. Yeah, Tilted, you bring up a good point. A lot of people don't know what SAF is because it is such a small community. And yet, we're probably one of the oldest GTA communities that are still continuing on. And I think that's a really big achievement. In terms of what I'm going to miss in SAF, it's definitely going to be just the banter, bullshit back and forth with the fire department. Obviously, my life in this community was dedicated to the fire department, and that's what I'm going to miss the most. I'm going to miss not just leading it, but being a part of it. Because it really did actually feel like being a part of like an online family. So leaving that it's pretty hard. And I'm hoping to kind of soften the blow by being able to just still hang out with some SF members, and obviously I'm going to continue on with my stuff. Obviously there's a few people there I'd like to thank. You thought I was an actual firefighter, Macho? No, I'm not. I'm not experienced as a firefighter. All I've got is my CPR and first aid license, and that's it. Certification, not license. I was actually thinking about becoming an EMT and then a paramedic, but this was during COVID times and they didn't have any classes near me. But to be honest, I don't think I'd be able to become an EMT. Simply on the fact that as soon as a needle is put into me, I almost faint. It used to never be like that, but in the last 3 times I've had blood drawn, I've almost passed out. But yeah, there's obviously a few people to thank. Ocean, I don't know if he's here. He's probably in SAF right now. Ocean is obviously probably the biggest person to thank. Not only has he been a lifelong friend from this community, he's the one that encouraged me to stream SAF. He's basically the reason why I'm where I am in Twitch. We helped lead the fire department together for many years. We hunt a lot on an OC level. I've met him a couple times in real life, and it's been great. So Ocean is someone to thank. Silver is probably another person that I heavily miss. I actually just found out recently he wasn't an SAF. I don't know if I just didn't realize it, but he left SAF, I think, maybe a few months prior before me even being told that he left. But Silver, Ocean, and us, obviously, we're an iconic trio. I kind of miss playing Sea of Thieves with those two. We gotta get together. Ocean, can you DM Silver? Let's play some Sea of Thieves again. Ripley is another person to thank. I know she left for a year or two, but Ripley's just she's an old member of the fire department. You can't not thank her. I do miss Tiny Stunt, which, by the way, we're both the same height. No one is taller than the other. If she says that she's taller than me, it's a lie. Um, honestly, there's probably a lot of names I could thank, but those are the three big ones I would say. I guess I just want to say good luck to the fire department. It's in great hands. Whoever said that it's not in good hands is a liar. Dodd has it covered. Garrett has it covered. They're going to continue on. They've already made a lot of good changes. Very, very quick. You heard you heard my name, Jade? The fire department, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, the fire department is 100% the reason why SAF is as popular as it is. The fire department in SAF is the best roleplay you can find within that kind of genre. It is 100% the best community if you want to play as a firefighter or an EMS or paramedic or whatever. That's just how it is. Yep, hi Ripley. But yeah, the future of SAF will continue on. You guys can, of course, follow Ocean or some of the other people that continue it. I guess the only thing I can say is I wish SAF luck. Even though they don't need it. It will continue to thrive. Leadership will change over years, just like it has even throughout my time. SAF's been through a few bumps, but they've always come back stronger. I guess the only problem with SAF is, in terms of keeping up, is really just making sure it's funded. Obviously, they're one of the few communities that are 16 plus over 18 plus, so it's harder to get donations for it, but they've continued on. But yeah, I am sorry that this stream is happening. I'm sorry to my viewers because I know you loved SAF. I want to make more content. It'll be more roleplay. We may join back in GTA later, but I hope some of you all stay here for me and not SAF. But I totally understand if you eat yourself out of here because you're here for SAF. With that being said, I could probably ramble on, but go ahead and throw down some questions. I'll try to answer what I could. In terms of who's going to look after Duke and Oscar, okay. That's the decision of Ocean. I suspected, canon-wise, I would think that Campbell would give Oscar to Ripley because Oscar would not want to leave the fire department. Oscar is a dog of the fire department, not the dog of Campbell. In terms of what happens to Duke, that's whatever happens to that player, what they want to do. Will I go back to SAF? I already answered this. Maybe. Probably not. But maybe. I don't know. I can't read the future. Also, I do appreciate everyone's comments. When are you gonna feed your mods? Whenever I come to the Netherlands and I shove a fucking watermelon up your mouth, Dutchman. Yeah, feel free to drop more questions. And I'll answer them as we go through. I swear to God, if you ask me why I left SAF, rewatch the VOD! When are you returning to Dinosaur RP? Thief, we gotta get back into the Isle and cause chaos like we used to. I watched some old videos of ours and they were fucking hilarious. Watermelons are actually my favorite fruit. Yeah, it's for me too. Like a ripe watermelon is the best thing ever. What was your most favorite moment from SAF? or moments. There's a lot of moments in SAF. I still remember, I wouldn't say it's a favorite. I still remember the classic, all the firefighters were going down by explosions at the Yellow Jack. And I still remember my head slowly imploding from inside out because of how stressful it was. That's a moment I won't ever forget because I remember just how stressed that actually made me. In terms of favorite moments, there's too many. I can't think of a favorite moment. I can't even think of a list of favorite moments. What is your favorite storyline you did in SAF? That's a good one. I enjoyed the storyline of the psychos initially when they first came to San Andreas Finest. You know, where they were fucking around with Ocean's character Glennon, and Campbell got involved because of her association. I enjoyed the investigation that happened from it. That was kind of fun. What are you gonna miss the most about SAF? Definitely the people. I know that's cliche as fuck, but no one... Even though I'm not a big fan of the roleplay anymore, the hardest reason as to why it took me so long to finally leave is because I knew of all the people I was going to be leaving behind. Like, you truly do make friends to some extent. Maybe not close friends, but that comforting presence of people you've known for years. Just being able to come home and chat with those people. That is what I'm going to miss the most. Who is your favorite airline to fly with? That's a stupid question. I don't know. Phoenix, thank you for your comment there. The Siege of Station 8 was amazing, yes. I enjoyed that too. That was a good arc. If I could bring one person that used to play in SAF, who would you be? Probably Silver, considering he left. Just Silver, Ocean, and myself. We had a lot of fun OC in different games, and I really miss that. And thank you, Valvet Gaming, for your very long comment there. I am reading comments. I just can't respond too much on them. If I go back to GTA RP, would you ever think of making your own community? No. Being a leader in a community can destroy your desire to be in that community. I'm telling you that now. If you enjoy something, don't become a leader of it. Just enjoy other people having to handle everything, and you just role-playing. The Baldwin character was the best. I was thinking about trying to bring Baldwin's sister back, but it didn't happen. What's the ending storyline for Campbell? Well, Campbell already had technically an ending storyline, and that's her retirement from the fire department due to her injuries. What she does after that is pretty much whatever I can think of, I guess. She probably would have picked up another job or something of that sort. So seeing as I'm fairly ignorant on the subject, what RP did you get into as a firefighter? How did that work in gameplay in RP? Alright, Macho. Mechanically, we had some mechanics that could help with fire roleplay, such as the fire scripts, as well as a lot of tool scripts. Anything that could happen in real life happened in SAF. There was a lot of fires, obviously, house fires, dumpster fires, you know, extremely large wildfires. You had a lot of smaller scenes, like someone getting their hand stuck in a freaking soda machine, or someone's ass stuck in a toilet. Yeah, there was a lot. Everything you can think of, quite literally, that a fire department is needed for, I'm pretty sure it's been done in SAF. You got plane crashes, car crashes, boat crashes, certain rescues, etc. There's just so much. Someone being impaled by a sprinkler. Okay. I do miss Baldwin, man. I had so much fun playing her. What was your favorite apparatus in the fire department over the years? It changed. Initially, it was medic. When I first joined, I did a lot of medic stuff. I really love the cute older... I don't even know what they're called anymore. The older rescue and the fire and the engine that usually stationed out at station 2 or 3 or 1 or whatever, wherever they are. I'm actually going to read this coming up because I like this. From State Trooper. The 2 quotes that I will always run by are, no bullet, no shell, no demon in hell can break what you have. And the second one is, I can't even read it because of the... I know it is hard to flip the next chapter of a book, knowing that your favorite character will not be there when you turn the page. That's a pretty good one. Are you and Ocean still going to be friends? That's a weird question to ask. That's like a personal question. Still never got in trouble for the sailing bag on the sea, you little shit. What is one thing that SAF can change on? I think just focusing more on spontaneous RP. I wish SAF can kind of get away from the whole scenario-based RP. But that's what makes SAF unique in its own way, too. So, it's kind of hard to change something, I guess, when they're known for it or they're popular because of it. How many panic buttons did Campbell have in her time? I do not know. A lot. She hasn't had one in like over a year, though. Have a good one, Burnside. Any other further questions? I got one. Are we still Fire Sisters? Always. Always and forever. Will you bring Campbell to No Pixel? That's actually a good one. I was thinking about it. I don't want a character after me, but I feel like if I change the name it'd be weird. But I would love to try Leo in No Pixel. But I also know the chaos that they bring that I don't think I'd enjoy it. Shut the fuck up, Stardays. I hate you. Get out of my chat. You and your question. Did you ever have a bad moment from SAF, or was it 50-50? What do you mean by a bad moment? Do you mean like a bad scene or a bad like OC moment, etc.? Bad scene, bad OC, either really. I don't think I'd go over what bad things happened to OC, to be honest. Because, yeah, there were a lot of bumps in the road. Just remember that every community is going to have its upsides and every community is going to have its downsides. It's up to you whether the upsides are going to kind of outnumber the bad ones, and that's why you choose to stay. Once the bad things outnumber the good things, or you feel like you're getting stressed in a community or something like that, you should always just leave. That's how it is. No one stays in a community for the entirety of the community's time unless it is, you know, a very small community or a very new one and they just never got up off their feet. But with how long SAF has lasted, which is 6 years, I believe, it makes sense to have a lot of old people like leaving and then new ones coming in. Like, the majority of the old SAF members have been gone for a while now. So is it confirmed that Rip's the new dog mom? I don't know. Rip, Jade, you're gonna have to talk to Ocean about that. But Campbell wouldn't have taken the Oscar. She would know that he'd feel really, sad. Thank you for the hydrate there. Ocean and I have agreed Oscars with Ripley. Nice. There you go, guys. Ripley's the new dog bomb. But we live on form now, so no longer. Okay, good luck with that. Yeah, good luck with that. Alright. There seems to be no more questions unless anyone has last ones. If not, then I guess I'll put my final words out and end the stream. Sure. Oh, I did actually forget something. I actually forgot about it. You will probably see some GTA roleplay from time to time. Because I'm probably going to be joining the RSB people once in a while, doing some, fun, chaotic shit over there. So you will probably see a little bit. Obviously, it's not, an open community. It's just more of a fuck around and find out type of thing. What do I plan to do with the YouTube channel? I don't know, man. YouTube has never been my primary concern, to be honest. I guess I could post some good scenes from there, but I don't want to post 7-hour streams on YouTube. We'll probably still be posting the occasional GTA RSB thing. We'll be posting, funny Twitch clips, funny off-camera clips, things like that. You'll see it from time to time. It just won't be consistent like it has been. Thank you, Lucky, for your comment as well. What game are you least willing to play for streams? I feel like that's a trick question and you're gonna, just buy it for me and tell me to play it. Yeah, Golf with Friends is definitely the one game I will not play in stream. Golf with Friends infuriates me. Yeah, just to go over the future for this streaming channel, we will still be doing Wild RP. Unfortunately, I can't stream RSB because it's more of a recorded thing. Maybe sometime in the future, we may return to GTA roleplay consistently. I never promised to do a drunk SAF stream. I don't make promises that I can't afford to not keep. And that's definitely not a promise I would make. I don't drink very often. We're gonna do hopefully some single player games, co-op games, hopefully with some old SAF people and friends and stuff like that. Will we see Frank again soon? Maybe. I don't know, man. I'm not. That game is scary. Yeah, once again, there's a lot of SAF streamers. Join them, guys. There's some good people over there. And just remember, even though I left the community, it does not mean that it's a bad community. I just left for my own reasons. My reasons, people leaving SAF will always have their own reasons. Just too long didn't explain for the new people. There's 3 primary reasons why I left SAF. 1 is I can't keep up with attendance. 2, it's not the kind of roleplay I'm looking for anymore. And 3, I'm just burnt out on GTA roleplay altogether. 3 main reasons. Drunk Uno with 3 chiefs. I don't know Silver's DM. I think we're friends somewhere. Maybe I can reach out to him. I would love to see a Thieves with Ocean and Silver again. But yeah, I believe I've said as much as I could. I'm gonna miss SAF. I'm gonna miss the people mostly. But the next chapter has opened. Eventually, chapter is gonna end, and this is just the end of the chapter. You're not gonna see the old characters, but you'll probably see some new ones. Let's see who's streaming that I can raid for one last SAF raid. Thank you all for joining me today. If you have any further questions, feel free to answer them or ask them in questions for Yeka. Even though I haven't answered a question in there for like a year, I may answer it, I may not. All right, one more raid. We'll do Duckman because he's awesome. Give Duckman some love. Thank you all again for your support throughout my time up to here, and I hope to see you in the future streams. If not, I totally understand. Trust me. Y'all have a good night and a good weekend as well. And I'll see you in the next stream. Totally not tearing up, by the way. Alright, go raid Duckman.